Hello everyone, sorry I haven't been online in a while. I've been busy with all sorts of music, cool compositions and all sorts of that sort of stuff, and we're going back to school anyway. But it's the 19th of August today, and actually recording date is the 1st of September, so look how disappointing that is. But we're back here again with my friend who's come over, and he lives quite local as well, and so we're really just gonna look around. We did go around Lowmore like we were some stupid people, and thought it would not be dried up, but it was dried up very much so after the heat wave. Glad I could say on this recording date, since this, we have had a bit of rain. A tiny bit, but you know, I think it's due to rain anyway later in September, end of August. So fingers crossed, and we won't have to suffer this dry mud situation again where there's no birds. Although I can tell you there's one interesting bird in there, but you'll be able to see. So after this I'll be able to show you my other videos, which are Cliff Balls and Rye Harbour when I went to see my family. They kindly took me out, but they enjoyed it as well, so that's the main thing. So I'll show you that after this video. Thank you all for watching, and this is Cossington Meadows, my 7th visit. I think I've done pretty well, haven't I? Yeah. So this is a small car park on the Syston Lane, and then you can see the clouds. Beautiful morning. It's about 9:30, coming on to 10. Yeah, about 10 actually. It's nice and early in the morning, and obviously as usual we're going to check out the feeders, but they've been taken down like last time. So maybe that's because avian flu, or because there's not many visitors in the summer. Anyway, we're heading down to the lower moor like total idiots, because we're thinking that there are no dry mud, but obviously due to this drought, that seems to go on forever, there is dry mud, and you'll see. But at least the river soil hasn't dried up, or at least one of its tributaries. But this is lower moor. You can really see, well, at least there's a cow there, but oh, I spoke to the man who owns Cossington Meadows about maybe putting a hide there. If you watched my January video, you would have heard me say, can you please put maybe a hide in or two? And he emailed and said there might be a vandalism. By the way, this is a buzzard! I'm only at like a quarter zoom, and we've got a buzzard already. But he said he'll put some flaps like either side of the screen, you know, those. Yeah, they're flaps, aren't they? That's what you call them. Yeah, flaps. And yeah, he just emailed me to say that. So he's done it. Well done. And just unfortunately, we've got a buzzard feeding in the lower moor on the other screen, but you know, I think I'll be expecting a bit more in the way of birds up at the other side of the reserve. You know, Tern pool and all of that. The upper marsh, maybe some weeds or two, since hopefully that's not all dried up, but we will see. So going to the Tern pool now. We've done all the screens, we're just making our way to the Tern pool. Beautiful landscape, actually. I like the lower moor. Beautiful sun as well. Everything is beautiful about Cossington Meadows, apart from that pile of litter near the upper marsh. But yeah, you do occasionally see the odd dog poo and cow poo, because you know there are cows roaming around here, so you know it's like. But it's the river saw. No, it's not the river saw. Sorry, this is the moor pool. No, that's not the river saw. Sorry, it's the moor pool. My apologies. Sorry. And this is now the Tern pool, as you can see approaching. I've pretty much taken that video. You know what? I've taken that video in every single one of my Cossington Meadow videos. At the end of the year, I'm going to put them all into one and see what it looks like from each season. You know, let's do that. I'll do that at the end of the year. So I can show you that. Pretty neat. So as you can see, this is the Tern pool, and we've never seen this scrape exposed before. Never, ever have we seen this exposed. So this is a total new scrape exposed now, which is pretty neat. The water levels have gone. Oh, they've just gone. They've just evaporated. They've just gone. I mean, we've got a nice grey heron over here, a nice little egret as well. And yeah, you can see I'm just checking this edge is for, you know, any little sandpipers or anything. My friend's checked it as well with his binoculars. Nah, there's no sandpipers. But today we have got these nice common terns. You don't usually see common terns here in winter. You never see common terns here in winter. Black-headed gull, I think, well, it's coming into September now. So we're going to start going into winter plumage. Well, very early, people, but I don't expect all of them to be there. I expect all of them to be there by October. That's more like it. But I suppose a few getting ready. Got lots of lapwing as well, just chilling. Most of all are in summer plumage. You know, you got the odd winter plumage. Vagrant, I'm going to call it. Odd winter plumage vagrant. And some of them, there's just keep going off, and then more come in. It's just way too many lapwing. I think this is the most lapwing I've probably ever seen at Cossington Meadows. You don't get this much lapwing. There's a shoveler at the front as well. Pretty neat as well. Another common tern. This tern pool is proving out to be pretty epic. And I think it just keeps getting better. We've got a black-tailed godwit at the back. So there we go. We can up our weight count to... Oh, there's only 2, isn't it? Dang it. I thought there'd be more. But there's only 2 waders. I thought there was more. Oh, it's because I mentioned common sandpiper. Alright. I know I'm a right chatterbox. I love it. It's just me. You can see the lapwing at the back. They're all coming in. So nice to see that black-tailed godwit as well. Just went behind the lapwing, so I couldn't film any more of it. We're now at the upper marsh. Again, more scrape exposed. Mute swans. And a little lapwing, solitary. Or maybe not so solitary. There's so many. You know what? I've never been to Cossington Meadows in August, so this is something quite, you know, spectacular. See all these birds here. I know they're just standard old your lapwing, but you know, something about them that or maybe it's their call, which is pretty interesting. You don't hear that quite often. Well, unless you go to a wetland. But their calls are quite interesting. A flock of gadwall. And we've got a nice little kestrel over here, over the upper marsh. And then the lapwing goes up. So, there we go. Kestrel. I think the lapwing are all scared now. Poor lapwing. I mean, a kestrel is just bigger than a lapwing. I don't think they'd actually go for a lapwing, to be honest. But, you know, if it's there, then... if it's dead or injured, then I think it might. Anyway, this is the Hobley Lake. Apparently, they're meant to be a common scoter here, and green sandpiper and green shank, but we've only got green sandpiper. At least we're upping our wader list to 3 today, which is still pretty good. But, you know... Wait, what? There's 2! This is on a different spot. And there's 4 green sandpipers. That's the same one, don't worry. There's not 5. But there are 4 different green sandpipers. I'm surprised I even remember this. That feels like... How many days ago was that? That was 12 days ago. Wow. I haven't done a video in ages. Anyway, so there's not much in the way of waders or much of anything on the Hobley Lake, so I think we're just going to watch this little egret and, you know, finish the video. But thank you all for watching, and I should hopefully see you at Cliff Pools in Kent very soon. By the way, it's an RSPB, so get comfy.